Hello, everybody. It is your girl, Mother from Mama, the undisputed African queen, here to speak on the famous Gail Lewis. Now, listen, how you get them is how you lose them. Now, she can give all the explanation that she wants in this world, but I'm telling you, she dated that man while he was still married. Okay, and how are you gonna date somebody that you're saying you're not attracted to because he was obese until you saw the diamond rings, diamond earrings, and that changed your mind? You know why? Because you needed the money. You saw the diamonds, you're like, you know what? I don't care whether the dude is obese or not. He's giving me diamond earrings. Back in the day, we're talking about 20, she's talking about 27 years of marriage. So we're talking about 27 years ago. A dude is giving you earrings, diamond earrings. Listen, even if it's a cripple, those are things you compromise on. You don't care. You know what I mean? And this is what exactly she's ripping right now. So we're not gonna come over here and try to say, "Oh my gosh, the girl," and it's so calculated. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't care if she was so. She shot this video, the one at the airport, while she had already divorced, filed for divorce. Now, if you're filed for a divorce, why are you calling him my husband, my husband, my husband, my husband? You've already filed for divorce, right? Why, if you have filed for divorce, what is it that you're trying to show? Like following him and taking videos? I mean, it's giving. What is it giving? Let's see. And she was too calm, you guys. She was just too calm. Hold on. She was too calm for my liking. I too calm. All right. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it, you guys. And you can share your thoughts. Let me know. I know you've already heard about this girl who is a friend of Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Listen, it's giving too much. It's if this is what they're trying to think that this is gonna save Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, how desperate can one be? Okay, so hold on 1 second. Let's see. This is the airport video.
Good morning, Harold. How are you? Good to see you. Hope you have a good
How
flight. I'll
are
see
you?
you on the flight.
Good to see you. Hope you have a good flight. I'll see you on the flight.
Good morning, Harold. How are you?
Good morning,
Good to see
Harold.
you. Hope you have a good
How
flight.
are
I'll see
you?
you on the flight.
Good to see you. Hope you have a good flight. I'll see you on the flight.
Okay,
Good morning, Harold.
so clearly the ex-husband is very shook. Listen, okay, was not expecting that. And this is a plane. All right, she's already there. That's a mistress. Okay, that's a mistress. So clearly extremely calm, all right, did not do anything, which started making me, feel some type of way. Anywho, you've all seen this, her explaining how, the guy told her, what are you talking about? All this, it's too much for me to, all these guys. But I want us to listen to this one here. Her explaining how she met, because people are now telling her, yo, you are a side chick too. That is how you got him. All right, let's listen.
Good morning, y'all. Earlier this morning, I posted a lengthy and detailed video stating that today was my 28th wedding anniversary, and I was giving some details about how I met my husband. And I told you all earlier that, we're going through this process right now. I can't share too much of it, but I would share everything once we kind of get through. And I feel the need to address this. I really shouldn't have to, but I want to. So I ain't nobody's victim, and I ain't having nobody's pity party. So my original post was about me seeing him and her for the first time in the airport. I admitted that I was shocked. I was. And the video was only about 7 seconds where I said, have a good flight. I think I said, hey, Harold, have a good flight. And I walked on off, right? And I turned the video off after that. And then I said something like, he's my husband, I'm the wife. Then I went on back to where I was sitting in the Sky Club, didn't say anything else. So I guess she's is saying something about when we got to the gateway to get on the plane. Yeah, I said some things to him, but he's my husband, so I can say whatever I want to say to him. And it's just like kicking any trash can. You kick it, and the trash may get over on you too. So some of it, she might have caught some of the flack, but that's just par for the course when when you do this kind of stuff. Um, and well, it wasn't too much I could do anyway because I had filed for divorce the year earlier. I filed for divorce in December of 22, so wasn't anything I really could do, guys. But other than doing what I did do, and then I kept it moving. But let me tell you something: me and this girl are not the same person. When she met my husband, she knew he was married. She actually encouraged him to leave me. She was doing really disrespectful shit. She came to my Spelman Morehouse homecoming and sat under my tent and saw me sitting right there beside him and knew he was married. And we were all having a good time. There was no animosity that day. We were all having a good time. So as far as I'm concerned, she came around my family uninvited. Or actually, he might have invited her, but she knew what the deal was. Then she had the nerve to post that clip of Sunshine from Harlem Nights the day that I found out everything. Yeah, because I went on one of her pictures and kind of said a few things. And then she posted that video just kind of trying to taunt me. So I'm like, so you're going to taunt me and gloat after I find out that you've been with my husband. So, you know, I'm like, mm-mm. So, like I said, I don't owe anyone an explanation, but I'm keeping it 100. So I ain't judging him. I ain't judging her. But at the same time, she and I ain't the same. And this is not about her. This is all about him and his lies, his deception, and all of that. So before you all get to start want to judge me and start talking about it's karma and all that, it could be, but it is what it is. So I mean, I got to live with it. I'm gonna be accountable for 100% of all my shit. So, but I'll say before you all start throwing stones and want to judge somebody, you need to hear the whole story. So, every woman he's ever been with has been deceived and lied to. But I'll give you the story about how he and I met and what the situation was. Stand by. Good morning, y'all.
Okay. So let's listen to how they met. Okay. How they met. And then you be the judge. All right. You be the judge. Okay. Let's listen in.
Hey, y'all. I'm gonna address this part about
This part about
started my relationship with my husband, and then kind of
starting
go
a
on. Go ahead and
relationship with
say
my
what you want to
husband.
say, do what you want to
Um,
do. I mean,
you want
it
to
is what
say,
it is, and that was almost
I
30
mean,
years
it is
ago.
what it is, and that was almost
But
30
when I
years
was
ago. But when I
introduced to
was
him, I was told he was
introduced to
not
him,
married.
I was told
Only
he
to
was
find
not
out later that
married.
he was.
Only to
So I
find out
told
later that
him
he
then that
was.
I did not
So
deal with
I
married
told him then
men,
that
and
I
that
did
I
not deal
didn't
with
want to do
married
anything
men,
to some
that
other
I
woman
didn't
that I
want
didn't want
to
done to me.
some other
And I
woman that I
meant
didn't.
that, and I still hold to that.
I meant that, and I
So
still
of
hold
course he
to
gave me
that.
the stand that
So of
we've been
course he gave me
having
the standard,
problems and all that
we've
kind
been
of stuff.
having
And
problems and all that kind
um,
of stuff.
whenever I would
And
talk to him, I would tell him
whenever I would talk
he
to
would try
him,
to be hitting
I
on
would
me,
tell
but I
him
would knock it right down because
that
I
he hit
wasn't
on me, but I
attracted to
would
him. My
knock it
husband
right
was
down because I
overweight,
wasn't attracted to
morbidly
him. My husband
obese,
was
actually.
overweight, morbidly
Um,
obese,
but he was a
actually.
nice guy. But when I would talk to
He was a
him,
nice guy,
I would
but when I
encourage him
would
to
talk
stay
to
with his
him,
wife and
I
kids.
would
And I thought
encourage
he
him to
thought
stay
that
with
was the
his wife
oddest
and
thing,
kids.
but
But he
that's what I
thought
would
that was
do.
honest,
I would
but
encourage him because
that's
I
what I
didn't
would
like
do.
him like
I
that.
would
And I was like, you're
encourage him
married, so
because I didn't
this
like
can't
him
ain't
like
going
that, and I was
anywhere
like, you're
anyway.
married, so this ain't
So
going nowhere
he
anyway.
kept asking me
So
like,
he
like, well,
kept
what if I
asking me
was
like,
divorced? Is she and I having
like,
problems and
I
all of
was
that? And I was like, well, if that's the
not having
case,
problems
you
and
need to
all
get
that.
your
And I was
problem
like,
handled. I said, I can't even think about ever even
problem
dating
handle. I
you or
said, I
doing
can't even
any of
think
that
about ever even
because you're
dating
still
you or doing
married.
any of that because you're
So
still
lo and
married.
behold, he tells me that he's going to
So
divorce
lo
her.
and
He
behold,
started
he
his
tells me that he's going to divorce her. He started his
process, and that
um
he wanted me
process,
to
and
be
that
his
he
girl and all
wanted
that
me
kind of stuff. Actually, gave
to
me
be
some
his
diamond
girl and all
earrings
that
to
kind of
let
stuff.
me know. He
Actually,
was like,
gave me
"This is
some
to let
diamond
you know that
earrings
I'm
to let
super
me know.
duper
He was like, this
serious
is to
about
let
this
you know
thing."
that I'm super
So
serious about this thing.
I was
Diamond
like,
So
well, okay
earrings
then, because during this whole time,
I
I
was
was
are
like,
for
well,
not,
okay then,
paperwork.
because
we had
this
no
whole
intimate
time
relationship or any of that for like 3 months. Because
No,
actually,
for
I was calling
divorce,
him
not diamond earrings.
actually I was
Al
calling him
Bundy, and he didn't even know why I was calling him that because he
Al
was like,
Bundy.
"Why you
He
always
didn't know
call
why I
me
was
Al
calling him that.
Bundy?"
He was like,
And I
why
was
you
like,
always
"Because
call
you
me
married
Al
with children,
Bundy?
and I don't
And I was
mess
like,
with
because
Al
you married
Bundys or
children,
whatever,
and I don't
right?"
mess with
So
Al
once
Bundy,
he
whatever, right?
started his divorce
So once he
proceedings,
started his divorce
he asked me
proceedings,
would I date him.
um,
So I did.
he
So
asked
there
me
may
what
be
I
some
dated.
fault there
So
where
I
I
did.
started
So
dating
there
him
may be
before
some
his
fault there
actual
where I
divorce was
started
final.
dating him
But I
before his
made
actual
sure that he
divorce was
had
final.
filed
But
divorce
I
because
made
that's what he
sure
told
that he
me.
had filed
So we
divorce
did
because
take a
he
trip to
told
the
me.
Essence Music Festival
So
the
we
first
did take
year,
a trip to
and a
Texas
phone
Music
call
Festival the
came
first
in,
year, and a phone
and
call
I'm
came
assuming
in,
that it was his wife, but
and
the way he
I'm
responded to the
assuming that it
call
was
let
his
me know
wife, but the
that
way he responded to the
basically
call let me
something was
know that,
up, and that he probably
basically
had lied to
something was
me.
up, and that
So when
he
we get off the
probably had
phone, I was
lied to
like, I
me.
thought you filed
So
for
when we get
divorce.
off the
Like,
phone, I was
why
like,
was
I
the
thought you filed
conversation
for
going that
divorce.
way? And he
Like,
really had too
why
much
was
to
the
say.
conversation going
But
that
he
way?
was like, well, no, I
Right?
talked about it, but I was gonna
Like, well, no, I
file. I'm
talked
still
about
gonna
it, but
reach
I
out
was
and
gonna
file him when I
file,
get back and all that kind of stuff.
file
So
it
of
when I
course
get
I was
back.
furious because I was like, you
So of
lied
course
to
I
me.
was
Like, why would
furious because I was
tell a
like,
lie like that?
lied
The
to me.
only reason
Why
I
would
came with you on this
tell a
trip
lie like
is
that?
because you
The
told
only
me
reason
you
I
had
came with you on
filed
this
and all
trip
that kind of stuff. And
because
I'm
you
thinking
told me you
everything
had filed
kosher
and all that kind of stuff.
with them, and that I didn't have anything to do with that because he told me in the
And that
beginning,
I
like,
didn't
no, she and I having
so
issues. And
like,
if I
no,
file
she
for divorce, that has absolutely nothing to do with you. So I was like, well, okay then. So like I said, I wasn't attracted to him
So,
at first.
like I said, I wasn't
And he was a
attracted to
really
him at
nice guy,
first.
really nice
He
guy.
was
He's
a
a
really
professional
nice guy,
guy, was
really nice
president of a
guy. He's
company
a
and all that kind
professional
of
guy,
stuff.
was
But I
president
had
of a
my own
company and
thing.
all
I
that
was
kind of
working. I
stuff.
was a single
But I
mom
had
doing
my
my
own
own little
thing. I
thing.
was
So I
working as a
didn't
single
need
mom doing
him
my own little
for
thing. So
anything.
I didn't really
But
need him for
the only
anything.
thing that I'll say
But
about that
And
was,
the
yeah,
guy
I
was
did
the
start
only thing
dating
that
him
I'll say
after
about
he
that,
filed for
I did
divorce.
start dating
And I think from the
after he
time I
filed
met
for divorce.
him
And
to
I
the
think from
time
the
he
time I
divorced was
met
like a
him
10-month span.
to the
So those
time he
first three
divorced was
months,
like a 10
I
month
didn't
span.
say
Those
anything
first
to
3 months,
him like
I didn't say
romantically because I
anything
was
to
not
him
attracted to
like
him. And that is for
romantically because
real.
I
If you
was
see the
not
picture of him
attracted to him.
before,
That is for
you'll know
real. You
why.
see the
But he
picture
was a nice
before,
guy. So I'm just
you'll know
saying.
why. But he was a nice guy,
But
so I'm just saying.
I'll say that,
But
maybe me dating him before the
I'll say
divorce was
that, maybe
final
me dating him before
was
the divorce was
wrong. And I'll
final
take accountability for
was
that, but I
wrong.
can't go
And
back,
I'll take
30 years
accountability for
now
that, but I
and
can't go
correct
back,
that.
30
I'm
years
just trying to
now
move
and
forward and do what's
correct that.
right. But,
Just trying to move forward and do what's right.
Miss
But,
Thing is trying to like paint this
Miss
narrative
Thing
like, oh, she was
is
doing
trying
the
to like
same thing.
paint this
Not
narrative
the
like, oh,
same
she
thing
was
at
doing the
all,
same
because
thing.
my
Not
whole
the
time I
same
was
thing at all.
encouraging him
Because
to
my
stay
whole time I was
with his
encouraging
people.
him to
She did
stay
not. I have the
with
text
his
messages
people.
between
He did
them
not.
from
I
the
have the
day they
text
met
messages between them
to
from the
all
day
of
they met
the things that
to
he was telling her, the
all
things
the
she was telling him, and
things he was
telling
telling
him that
her,
she didn't have
telling him,
anything, and
telling
that
him
she
that she
left
didn't have
her family with
anything,
just the clothes on
and
her
that she left
back, and
her family with
just this little
clothes on her
sob
back,
story for
and
him.
just
So I
a little
guess he went with
sob
it. But
story for him.
like I
So I
said,
guess he went with
this
it.
was
But
originally about me
like I
posting a
said,
video of me
this was
seeing them for the
originally about
first
me
time in the
posting a video
airport.
of me
So
seeing
I
them for
ain't
the
judging
first
her.
time in
I
the
ain't gonna judge
airport.
him. Like I
So I ain't
said,
judging
I'm
her.
not,
I ain't gonna judge him.
but
Like
it
I
ain't like
said,
I
I'm
willfully
not,
went out
but it ain't like I willfully
and
went
decided
out
like I'm gonna go
um,
destroy his
and
family.
decided like I'm
Was
gonna go
nothing like
destroy
that.
his family.
So a
Was
lot of us
nothing
were
like that.
deceived.
So
A whole
a
bunch of
lot
us
of
were
us were
deceived.
deceived.
So that is what he has
A bunch
done.
of us were
That's what
deceived.
he
So that
continues
is
to
what
do.
he has
So,
done. That's what he
I'm gonna
continues
let
to
it
do.
be
So
what it is. And
I'm gonna let
like I
it be
said,
what
once we
it
get
is.
further down
And
the road in this
like I
process, I
said,
can
once we
share
get
some things.
further
I
down
don't
the
know how
road
to
in this
share
process, I can
the
share some.
receipts
I
on
don't know
here.
how
I
to
thought you could only do videos. So anybody that
here.
knows how you can post
Everybody
pictures
knows how you
and
can
all of that of the
post
text messages,
pictures
I'll
and
show
all
you
of that.
that I ain't
Text
got no lie
messages.
to
I'll
tell.
show you
And the
that.
whole time,
I
I
ain't got
never
no lie
talked
to
to
tell. And the whole time,
my
I never
husband's
talked
former wife.
um,
Only
my
conversation we ever
husband's
had
former
was when she
wife.
would bring the kids over and stuff like that. But she
When
never
she would bring the kids over and
said
stuff like
anything
that.
to
But
me
she never
about me being the cause.
said
But
anything
I
to me
did
about
find
me
this
being
out
the
that after she
cause.
found
But
out that
I
he and
did
I was
find
breaking
this
up,
out after
she
she
told
found out that he
someone
and I was
that
breaking up.
she was like,
She
oh,
told
she finally
someone
found out
that
after all
she
these years. Like she
finally
finally
found
found
out
out who
after
he
all
really
these
is.
years. She found
Because I
out
think I mentioned in the earlier video
because I
about
think I
him
mentioned in
telling
the earlier
me
video
about how she was
about
not
him
having
telling me
any
about
kind
how
of
she
intimate
was not
relationship
having
with him, and he
any
thought it
kind
was
of
because
intimate
she was
relationship with
depressed
him.
and
And he thought it
had
was
some
because she was
postpartum and all of
depressed and
that. Turns
had some
out, word
postpartum
got
and
back
all
to
of
me. She
that.
was like, I
Turns
wasn't
out,
depressed or
Erica back then, she
I
was
didn't have
like, I wasn't
postpartum either.
depressed or I
It was
didn't have
because I was
postpartum
tired of being in the
either.
doctor's office because he kept
Because
giving
I
me
was tired
stuff.
of being in the doctor's office because
So,
he kept giving me
I'm
stuff.
gonna just leave it there,
So,
guys. And like I said, once
I'm
all
just
this
leave
is
it there,
over, I'll
guys. And
come
like I
back and
said,
give you
once
plenty of
all this is
details.
over, I'll come back and give you
So
plenty of
old girl
details.
can keep telling all the stories
So,
she want, but
old girl can keep
they
telling all the
hanging, they
stories
doing
she
their
want,
thing. I
but
just got a message from a
they
woman this
hanging and
morning
doing their
who
thing.
saw
I
them
just
out
got
in
a message
Dallas
from a
last
woman
night at
this morning.
Tulips
Saw
and
them
said
out
that
in Dallas last night at Tulips.
old girl
Said,
got pregnant by her husband some years ago
old
while she
girl
lived in
got pregnant
California.
by
So
her
she was
husband
like,
some
she's
years
all
ago
about
while
the
she lived
money.
in California. So she
So
was, she's all
and
about the
she
money.
is. And
So
I'm telling you, y'all,
and
yeah,
she
I've lived a
is.
privileged
And
life,
I'm
but
telling
I've
you, y'all,
earned
yeah,
everything
I've
I've
lived a
got here in
privileged
this
life,
household. When
but
he
I've
was
earned
sick,
everything I've got here in this
when he was
household.
doing all his other stuff, when he had to get shit
When
wiped
he
off of
was
him,
doing
she
all his
wasn't
other
here.
stuff, when he had to
I
get
was
shit
wiping
wiped off
shit,
him, she wasn't
cleaning up
here.
vomit, and
I
all the
was
things that
wiping
a
shit,
wife would do. So for that, for
vomit,
better or
all the
worse,
things that a wife
yeah, I
would do.
stuck in
For that, for
between
better
all of
or
that.
worse, yeah, I
So,
stuck in
like I
between all of
said,
that. So,
I'm gonna end this right
like I
here. You can
said,
say what you want,
I'm gonna end
judge
this
how
right
you
here.
want,
Say what you want,
but it's
judge
all
how you
good. I'm gonna
want,
be good in the end.
but
I was
it's
just
all
sharing
good.
and
I'm gonna
hoping
be
that
good in the
my
end.
story would
I was just
empower
sharing and hoping that
someone
my
else to
story would
not be
empower
embarrassed to stand up
someone
on
else
your
to not
own,
be embarrassed to stand up
but
on
it
your
is what
own.
it is, and I'm living for today.
But
Hope y'all have a
it
good
is what
one.
it is. And I'm living for today. Hope y'all have a good one.
Now, I agree. Um, I agree that she is not a victim. She's clearly not coming over here saying, please sympathize
Hey
with me.
y'all, I'm gonna address this part about
I also think
the
that
start of my relationship with my husband, and I'm gonna be done. And you can say what you
thing,
want to say, do what
I
you want to
also
do. I
think
mean, it
that
is what it is, and that was
she
almost
clearly
30 years
knew
ago.
uh,
But
that
when
the
I
guy
was
was not divorced, and I'm
introduced to
glad that she
him, I was
really,
told he was not married.
while
Only
so
to
the
find out
guy
later that he
knew
was.
that messed her
So I
up.
told him then that I did not deal with married men and that I
Yeah,
didn't want to do anything to
every
some other woman
show
that
me
I didn't want done to
the
me.
process, show me
And
the
I meant
paperwork,
that, and I still
the
hold to
divorce.
that.
Instead of doing
So of
that,
course he
you
gave me the
should
standard,
show
we've been
get the
having
guy.
problems and
What
all that
about
kind of
the other
stuff.
piece?
And
What about the guy that
whenever I
works
would talk to
for
him,
kids?
I would tell him I wouldn't. He would try to be hitting on me, but I would knock it right
There's a
down because
single
I wasn't attracted
person
to him.
over
My
there.
husband was
So listen,
overweight, morbidly obese,
I'm
actually.
not blaming her.
But he was
You're
a
not
nice guy.
blaming
But
any
when
of
I
us
would
do
talk
the
to
same
him,
thing.
I would
But
encourage him to stay
people
with
like,
his
why
wife, and
is it
he is. And I thought he thought that was the oddest thing, but that's what I would do. I
now?
would encourage him because I didn't like him
This is
like that. And I
different
was like, you married, so this
few
ain't
houses.
going anywhere
Why
anyway.
now? Is
So
this how they're trying
he
to
kept
bring
asking
back
me
few
like,
houses?
like, well, what if I
If
was divorced?
so,
Is she and I having problems and all of that? And I was like, well, if that's the
I
case,
don't
you need to
know.
get
Is
your
she
problem
gonna be able
handled. I
to
said, I
save
can't even
few
think about
houses so
ever
fast?
even dating you or
What
doing
the
any of
heck
that
is happening?
because you're still
Listen,
married.
let me know, you guys, what you think. I think I don't understand why now. Okay. Now she can share her story and share the receipts and do all that. First of all, she says she never communicated with the first wife. Why? Why didn't she communicate with the first wife? Was the first wife feeling some type of way because of how this girl Louise met her husband at the time? I'd be feeling some type of way because if she respected you this much that you think that why didn't you have a relationship with her? Why? Listen, how you get them is how you lose it. I'm telling you, this is a classic example. It can take 20 years, 30 years. And she keeps saying, I'm celebrating 27 years of marriage. No, no, you're not. Why is she still stuck with my husband, my husband, my husband, my husband, my husband? And I agree, she earns the right to all the whatever house, and she says she's worked for hard for it. We are not here to talk about her finances, but the moral of the story is, while she says she did not wasn't attracted to her husband because he was obese, she was clearly attracted to those diamond earrings. Okay. And those diamond earrings clearly messed up with her mind and her decision making. Okay. And she did not care from that point on. And that's why she's stuck there for about 27 years of marriage. And don't come over here and tell us, oh, I just realized that my husband was cheating 2 years ago. Like he went on this trip and some. No, 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 no. As a wife, you've been married to your husband for that long. No, your gut is always telling you something. So don't come here to lie to us. We're too grown for that shit. Come on, man. I am your girl, mother from mama, the undisputed African queen. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye, everybody.